Hey there! Hi, it's Dr. Joanny Liu. I'm founder of Extraordinary Sports Medicine. I'm best-selling author, and we help athletes to reverse their injuries, get back in the game that they love, and improve the quality of their lives. And as you can see, we're starting out with Luis Suarez, and that's the story that we're going to be talking about today, because you can have what you want. It's a matter of how bad do you want it. Okay, so here's Luis Suarez. And I must say that he may not be everybody's favorite player because of the controversies had in the past, but on the other hand, you can't not deny that he's one of the greatest strikers ever, okay? And now he, for a couple of years, playing alongside two other incredible strikers, and their stories I'm going to be telling you in the future as well, okay? So the thing is that you can overcome anything, but you gotta have a goal that has a burning desire inside of you. So that emotional connection with a goal is so important. And the thing is that your brain is always looking for opportunities to work for you. So it just loves novelty. It loves the fact that you're working on something that's really juicy so that it can, do its work for you, because, well, that's what it's there for. It's a goal-seeking mechanism. It wants to be doing things new. It wants to explore new things. And, the thing is when you were a kid, it wasn't hard to do because the world was so new and, you had brand new eyes for everything. There was so much to learn. And unfortunately, as we grow older, we get less and less interested in novelty, in new things. We're less and less curious. We get bogged down by dumb details, really. But the thing is that Luis Suarez, wow, he really had a motivation, because after doing my research and mulling over his life, I suddenly realized that the real reason why he has gotten to where he is isn't just because he loves soccer or football. It's because of the love of his life. You see, Suarez was born in Uruguay, and he was the fourth boy of 7 boys. So his parents definitely had a handful to deal with. And they weren't that well off, and especially after his parents separated, okay, and went their separate ways. And so Luis didn't grow up, he certainly didn't grow up with a lot in his life. And I guess while he was practicing his soccer as a very young person, he also started working as a street cleaner, a street sweeper. Probably didn't pay a whole lot, right? But he had his soccer, and he also had a girlfriend when they were very young teenagers, whom he fell in love with and was in love with all this time. Okay, in fact, they're married and they have 2 kids now. The thing is that her family moved away with her, in the early 2000s, and they moved to Europe, and I think it was Spain. Being Spanish-speaking, they probably went to Spain. So all of a sudden, no girlfriend, okay? Oops. Okay, all of a sudden, no more girlfriend. Okay. So what was going to motivate him? Oops. Okay, let's change this. Hi there. So what was going to motivate him? He wanted to go to Europe to be close to her, but how was he going to do that? Well, as it turned out, a couple of years later, he was playing soccer, and there were some scouts there from Holland, from a city called Groningen. And I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. I have actually been to Groningen, where some friends of mine, expats from Canada, were living. And they worked for Shell Canada, or Shell International at the time. And so I actually know where Groningen is. And so he was discovered and signed by Groningen, and they brought him over. And then a year later, he went over to Ajax, and he did very well there. And later on, he went on to Liverpool, and he was there in Liverpool from between 2011 and 2014. And definitely, that was within that time when he was in Europe for the first few years. That's when he started having these controversial things going on, because he was accused of diving, he was accused of biting people, and the third bite, that was the interesting one, because it was in front of a huge international audience where everybody could see that he bit the Italian guy, okay? So the penalties for biting people only got worse and worse. And finally, for the bite against Italy, he was suspended for 4 months, and he was told not to do anything or go anywhere near soccer. So he had just signed with Barcelona that summer, and he wasn't allowed to have anything to do with them until after the 4 months. Now, after an appeal, they finally relented and at least let him train with his new team. But the thing is that the penalties started to get worse and worse. And the thing is that things had to change. Any of his choices would be taken away from him, okay? So the thing is that he finally got to Spain, where his wife's family lives. And now they were much closer to that side of the family, which made everybody happier. So subsequently, it's been 2 years now, and not a peep. Okay, maybe there's a diving accusation here or there, but come on. A lot of European soccer players dive too, okay? So the thing is that it's really quite amazing that he's actually been very well behaved. Russia is a cool country. Okay, are you talking about cold or about being extraordinary? Because it's cold here. So the thing is that he hasn't been in any real trouble since he got to Barcelona. And I don't think it's any surprise, because he's loving it. He's having the time of his life, because he's now fully happy. He has gained his goal of being in Spain and living with his wife and being close to their family. He is home. It's true. And so, after doing my research and realizing, wow, he really has come into his own. I mean, in fact, he scored his 100th goal recently out of 120 games. That is such a remarkable achievement. And maybe he'll be European goal boot again, okay? So it's really fantastic what I see him doing. I mean, soccer is my favorite sport. I mean, I can't help it. It's just something that I love watching. I'm so enthusiastic about watching soccer players and watching the game and watching it played well. And I just love it when people are doing so well. I love it when people are doing well. Yeah, you're awesome. Because we should all be doing that. Because I know that when I don't even know much about this person myself, but the name Kim Kardashian often brings up a lot of negative feelings about her, and I really don't know much about her, okay? But it brings up a lot of negative feelings, but she's famous, she's got a lot of money. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. And I want to be as prosperous as she is, and I want you to be as prosperous as she is. The thing is that we all have to find that goal which makes it nice and juicy for our brain to latch on to, and then we go after it, and the brain will look for all kinds of resources for us, in order to achieve that goal. If it really has a lot of meaning to us, we will achieve it, as long as we don't quit, as long as we know that we can get through every single obstacle, every challenge that comes our way, okay? Because that's what it really takes to achieve anything. It takes hard work, yes, but it also requires faith, and I love Your hearts, thank you so much. I love you too. So don't forget, you are totally capable of doing what it is that you really want to do with your life. Okay? Just like I'm doing it right now. I started teaching my course for people with post-concussion syndrome who have post-concussion syndrome, and we're building this course together because this has so much meaning for millions of people. Okay? So I'm, once again, Dr. Joanny Liu, and if you know anybody who needs help right now with PCS or with a concussion, please send them over to Amazon and get my best-selling book, Heal Your Concussion, How to Quickly and Effectively Get Back in the Game. Oh, thank you. Thank you. And I wish you so much wellness, okay? Get in there. Get in there. Do the book. Don't just read it. Do the book and feel lifted. Thank you so much. I'll see you next week. Bye.